Hey guys, what's going on? Sean Pierce Johnson here, and I posted a little video the other day of my main pedal board, but knowing me, that's not the only pedal board I have. I have a smaller pedal board in the other room of my studio that I use for my guitar lessons and for other smaller sessions where I don't need quite as much stuff on the floor, or I don't need to choose from as many different interesting types of effects. So it's pretty bare bones and simple. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I got on that one. As you can see, much smaller compared to what I have in the other room and what I use for gigs and for rehearsals. Like I said, this is mostly for lessons, this is mostly for smaller sessions that really all I need are a couple of good sounding dirt boxes, make sure I'm in tune, and a couple little delays to really make things interesting. And it's really easy. It's all powered with a visual sound, one spot power supply. It's all daisy chained. All the cabling is stuff that I make myself, with the exception of this magical cable, which comes courtesy of Solid Cable. But basically all it is my old Boss TU2, which that was like the first single stomp box that I ever bought that wasn't a multi-effect pedal. I have a Sir Riot for the kind of hot-rodded Marshall tones, and the anything from the hard rock side of things to metal. I have the full tone OCD. This is version 4, and I think it's amazing. It gets me lower gain tones, helps me kind of change things up a little bit. I can sometimes run the Riot into the OCD, and that sounds really good. But both amazingly versatile dirt boxes that I enjoy using a lot. And then 2 analog delays, the Way Huge Aquapus Mark II and the Carbon Copy. The Aquapus having a shorter delay time, and I use mostly for single note stuff, leads, solos, things like that. And then the Carbon Copy has a longer delay setting with a little bit more feedback for kind of the atmospherics and stuff. And I find that, given that all it is really it's a tuner, it's 2 distortion pedals and 2 delay pedals, I'm actually able to get quite a lot of versatility out of it. It all just comes from tweaking the knobs and just really zoning in on the tone that you hear in your head. And it's an amazingly versatile little pedal. You can play classic rock to modern rock, metal, hard rock. I've even done a couple jazz things with it. But like the big board, this thing can change on a moment's notice. I might want to take the Aquapus off and throw it on the big board. I might want to put the OD1X on there and put the OCD back on the big board. I might just take everything off and completely redo it. And it's kind of a thing of not only using it for smaller sessions and lessons, but it's also a thing of trying to get my students into the idea of experimenting with gear, knowing about different gear. I have a couple teenage students that are really starting to get into pedals right now, so it really helps for them to see that there's a lot out there and there's a lot of options. I know one of them, he's kind of like my little protege. I'll let him take a pedal home for a week, and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss, like, what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Just get him into the mode of, like, thinking about the sound he's hearing in his head and trying to relate that in words. And you don't have to get all technical about it. You can be, it sounds woolly, it sounds mushy, it sounds like an ice pick in my ear. Just any kind of term that you can use to get across the sound that you got from a piece of equipment to the sound that you hear in your head is really important. And I think that's something that a lot of teachers don't really instill in their students as a way to talk about their sound. I think, unfortunately, around here where I'm from, I've encountered a lot of kids who their teachers really just kind of teach them songs and don't really necessarily teach them how to be a musician. So that's kind of what my goal is. Speaking of which, if you're in the Southern Orange County area, I am opening spots for new students for the new school year. If you'd like, you can email me or shoot me a message here on Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, I mean, whatever. If you're in the area and you yourself are interested or you have a child who's interested, please contact me. I've got several openings right now. And that was your look at my lesson pedal board and my little session pedal board. And I will see you guys next time the big board or next time the little board changes. So take care, guys. Sean Pierce Johnson here. Cheers.